brought back Naomi. Like after all this months of her being out, finally Naomi's back on the main roster. What have we got? She's in a tag team with Lana. Come on. Is this the big plan? Is this the big plan? And then they friggin' pinned Asuka. Stop pinning Asuka. Oh, there was Mandy Rose was in the match. Dana Brooke, pin either of them. Why are you pinning Asuka all the time?
Because you got to tell the story that Asuka's annoyed at Charlotte. Because Charlotte left after... Charlotte got distracted by Lacey Evans and Ric Flair on the entrance ramp, and that was distracting. It's not like they've done that in every Charlotte segment for the last 3 weeks.
And Charlotte keeps winning whenever they do it, with the exception, and she would have won had they not kept doing it at the pay-per-view.
So the way Charlotte walked off here as well, it was actually a pretty decent match for the 5-10 minutes it was given, but the finish was Charlotte... Just Flair, Rick and Lacey enter. Lacey's wearing the robe again. And Charlotte just like transfixed. Like they've got a spell on her. Walks out the ring and just walks up the ramp. Like she was either bored or hypnotized.
I think it was the former. She was like, I can't believe I'm still in this storyline. I'm out of here. I'm leaving right now. And and then Asuka just loses because she got an arse in her face.
Yeah, Naomi hit the rear view.
But just in case anyone wasn't clear, I hated this so much. Surely the point of putting Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke in the match was to have them pinned, so you didn't have to pin the champion.
Very nice to see Naomi back. That's a positive.
Lovely. Great to see her back. Don't like her being in a tag team. Also, you've been telling the story of Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke going after the belts, going after Jackson Baszler. So why is Naomi winning then?
Because she's new and shiny, and she just came back. I don't get why we can't have actual Raw women's singles feuds. I guess because you've got Bliss.
Well, yeah, because Bliss and Charlotte are essentially the top single stars. Charlotte's just unfortunately stuck in a tag feud that she doesn't want to be part of. Like, so if I'm working sometimes and I want to put a movie on, like in the background, like if I haven't got a podcast, I kind of struggle with podcasts a little bit because. This is usually for when I'm editing things, like if I've got like a big edit project when I'm doing like under consultation or something like that, and just a little film in the background. Sometimes I just throw The Simpsons on and just have The Simpsons running on Disney Plus just in the background, every now and again just tapping it to play the next episode, because Disney Plus's functionality of playing the next episode, God, it's a nightmare, isn't it? It's first world problems, but sort it out, lads. What are you playing at?
Not once has the most recent episode of WandaVision been waiting for me. I'm always midway through.
Yeah, it thinks you're still watching because you haven't watched all the credits. So it still thinks you're watching last week's episode.
I did an experiment. Also because at the end of this week's, the most recent one, episode 4, which was brilliant, should have happened a couple of episodes sooner, but it's happened and that's good. It had 8 minutes left after... after the end of the episode. So it was, goes into the credits. And I'm like, this isn't my first rodeo, Marvel. And I watch Raw every week. And I know if a match starts with 3 minutes left on the episode, there's going to be a screw finish. And with Marvel, I know there's going to be a P-creds. I sat through every frickin' different countries' overdub artist credits to find there was nothing. There was just a legit 7 minutes of people to thank.
Yeah, because the show has like the in-show credits, and then it has the proper credits, and then it has all like the black screen with white text credits. And when you get into like all of the dubbing sections, that is when Disney Plus is like, do you want to watch the next episode? It's like, yeah, I wanted to watch it 6 minutes ago. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, they've seen the sort of attendance figures. I bet, we could do the same. They've looked at the analytics. People are staying and watching through the credits for Marvel movies. And they've looked at that and gone, people love credits.
Just give them more credits. That's what they're after.
People what they want. The Lego Movie 2, and there's that fantastic end credits song by The Lonely Island about how good the credits are. Oh yeah, it's my favorite part of the film. And he's like Andy Samberg rapping about how he can't wait to see who Best Boy number 2 was.
Just lastly as well, before we get into the show itself, last night in bed by 8. My wife and I, because like my wife did not sleep on Sunday night particularly well because I was being, quote, too loud. She said, she goes, if you are going to watch a show again, can you not just constantly shout a boot in the face? Because that's what
That was good though. That was for Ripley, right?
it was when Ripley came in and started booting everyone in the face. I was like, boot in the face. I was like, never do that again. So she didn't sleep particularly well on Sunday night. So we watched an episode of Buffy, and then I said, hey, should we just go and watch the next episode in bed on the iPad? And she was like, yeah, let's do that. That would be amazing. So we got upstairs, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., got into bed, got all snuggled up, watching the episode. I was nearly falling asleep watching it. I nearly missed the ending.
Do you think when you propose that to your lady partner, when you turn over to her and say, hey, should we finish the next episode of Buffy in the bedroom? And she's like, oh, okay. Yes, let's go up there right now. And then you're asleep in half an hour.
Yeah.
Did you get crossed wires there?
No, because I mean she was falling asleep before I was. We were both very, very tired.
All right, so Ollie, step on up to the plate. This is for you. Everyone, please close your eyes. All right. Everyone can open their eyes now.
God, just hearing Ollie laugh.
It's a sound of dread.
Hostlin. Oh, I kind of lost that
already. What was the word? Hostlin?
Don't talk. Just don't talk for a minute, please.
Give a man his craft, please.
Sorry.
Hostlin with Chris Eubank. Hostlin with Chris
Matt.
I think Goldberg.
It is not Goldberg.
Damn.
I am afraid.
Can we still guess?
Yes, you, Luke, and Andy can still guess.
Oh my god, I can't do this one.
You've got it, Ori. You've got it.
Hostlin.
I'm doing that
Chris
bit.
Eubank.
I don't even know which part with the song you're doing.
Hostlin with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank.
This is like when you go and watch your kid at the school play. And he's
This
like,
isn't my guess. Do you know in Phoenix Nights when they're working in Aston, it's like corned beef. Come on and get your corned beef. It's like that's what he's doing.
Ollie, what song are you singing?
The song you told me to sing.
Are you? It sounds nothing. You were singing Goldberg's theme. Matt was right.
That's what I thought.
Hostlin with Chris Eubank. See, I'm putting more riffs there.
I'm gonna step in and try and help you. Hustling with this is very hard.
It is hard.
I'm hustling with Chris
Eubank.
I'm hustling with Chris Eubank.
Eubank. Hustling with Chris Eubank.
I'm hustling with Chris Eubank.
Oh, Andy.
Luke.
Oh,
Andy.
That bit was Batista.
Was that it? It was Batista.
Batista.
Right, I'm sorry.
Hustling with Chris Eubank.
You're singing corned beef.
We're singing the same thing.
Goldberg. Go.
Totally different pitch. I'm surprised in you, Aiden. Matt. I thought you'd have a better ear for this stuff.
I thought a lot of things before coming on this show that have all been thrown out the damn window.
I walk for miles inside of danger.
Should we be getting help from the host? Because then that just gives the singer extra.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You or Ollie aren't getting points.
I get 3 points.
You're not
I get 3 points.
I don't want 3 points.
No points for you. No points for you.
Adam
Right.
could have literally gone possibly with Chris Eubank.
Yeah, should have done that.
Right, Luke,
Excellent
your turn.
Partridge reference. Excellent Partridge reference.
Smell my cheese. Right.
Okay, hold on. Let me just think of the song.
Okay, everyone could look though.
Okay, cool. I got this. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Millhouse.
With you,
I mean, come
with
on.
you, Bank.
Adam, that's pretty much spot on, right?
No, not at all.
What do you mean, no?
Did you learn to sing from the same place that Ollie did? Did you get the same online
Yeah.
certificate?
Yeah, we did. It was a nice weekend.
Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Dude, that's it, basically. And then, okay, hang on. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. 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 Millhouse. Everything
yeah, I know it.
coming up, Millhouse.
Okay,
Everything is
Matt.
coming up, Millhouse.
Wait,
Matt.
no, wait, shoot. No, never mind. I lost it. Damn it.
Millhouse. Thing is coming up, Millhouse.
I'm pretty sure this is a track on Kerrang Recharged, a compilation album I had as a 14-year-old boy.
Basically, it basically is, yeah.
Is
So
it
it's
Sid?
Chad Kroger.
Is Sid? It's not Chad Kroger. It's not Sid. Do you want one last try at points, Luke?
Yeah. I mean, I'll just do the. I mean, everyone tried to get it from that thing. So okay. Okay.
Is there an action you can do?
Everything
along with
is
it?
coming up, Millhouse.
House.
Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Everything is coming up. Everything is coming up, Millhouse. Everything is
Okay.
coming
Thank
up,
you. No points.
Your
No
neighbours
points.
must think you're insane.
So good though.
Everything is coming. Boom, everything is coming. Wow, 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 wow. It came.
Doing? You were not doing that.
Oh, damn it. Yes.
Finger 11, Slow Chemical.
That's all
Yeah, I recognize that.
Yeah.
Everything is coming up,
no, I still didn't get that.
Millhouse.
I still wouldn't have got that.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. You're right. I was killing it there. I was nailing that song. I hear that song so much because it's on my new Metals classic playlist because it's a banging tune.
Well, I feel a lot younger from that. Thank you.
My wife said
getting
my wife
hard in
said to
here.
me, besides this, my wife said to me, "Don't be loud. If you're going to do this show,
We've just moved in around here.
I haven't got neighbours at the moment. That's fine."
Your neighbor's right. Is that Slow Chemical with Simpson? Righto.
And really, like when you go back and you rewatch it, what you did is you just buzzed in first when you didn't have an answer to stop other people buzzing in.
No, not to stop other people buzzing in. I would have loved if the wonderful Matt Raywalt, Aiden English in WWE, what a lovely guy. I would have loved it if he buzzed in. I didn't want you to buzz in because spoilers for, well, not full spoilers, but there was a scenario where Luke almost, he was in a winning position
Oh yeah,
on last
I mean,
night's
it was-
WrestleMania.
And I'm thinking about it now. Like, it's fine that I didn't win. Like, these things happen. And I know, like, you know, there are people who are beating themselves up because they were like, I don't think I should be here. They probably should be, though. But, I mean, it all came down to Slow Chemical. Like, because you jabronis couldn't hear my mastery, like, my brilliance, there were no points to be had. I probably also could have got some points if you'd been better at knowing how to do Batista's theme.
Eubank. Hostile with Chris Eubank. But you can hear it now, right? I'm not going mad.
No, because I'm still hearing corned beef. Come on and get your corned beef.
My lady partner took me to task this morning. She was like, you were being so loud. And we record for about 2 hours. I didn't know which bit specifically she was talking about. And she said, and it was more annoying because you were doing really well for about an hour, 10 minutes where you weren't making that much noise. And it was like a normal phone call conversation through a wall. But something happened where you got really excited and kept saying the same thing over and over again. I was like, did it sound like hosteling with Chris Eubank?
Yep. And it was, I had the same thing. Like my wife basically, I was on the full stream, so I didn't go to bed until like midnight. And when I got up this morning, my wife said, I didn't go to sleep basically until about 10 minutes before you finished doing the stream. And she goes, for the most part, it was fine. But then there'll be times when I would just hear, Luke, because I was trying to buzz in for something.
Like an excited Pokemon saying its own name.
And I was like, was that the bit I was loud on? There was no other bit. She was like, no, it was just you shouting your name. And I was like, not the singing bit. She was like, oh yeah, and the singing bit as well. And she said, I'm also going to hazard a guess. It was a new metal song from the late 90s or early 2000s because of the way you sang it.
No, that's just 2010's WWE entrance music too.
Yeah, and then Bianca goes, now watch me whip. Now watch me sommelier.
That was awful. Andy, that is the worst one you've ever done on this show.
So you were talking
That's
for a while.
That's the worst one you've ever done, Andy. I want to put this on record. 6th of February 2021 was when Andy made the worst pun he's ever made in his life.
My brother's 28th birthday. So when you were talking, I was thinking, so she did the whip, so watch me whip. And I was thinking, what rhymes with nay? And I was like, no, Sasha doesn't rhyme with nay. And I was like, oh, if only Bailey had been there. And I was like, oh, she could have done Bebe. And then I was like, no, fine. I'm going to have to go with sommelier. I'm just going to have to do it.
You didn't have to say it at all, Andy. You could have just not said it.
Hey, I do this for Vinny's compilations.
Clearly, yeah. Watch the best of WrestleTalk compilations over on the WrestleTalk podcast channel. The best of January 2021 is up. It features some Andy puns. Not all of them are great, but some of them are okay. This one, though, is terrible. Anywho, let's continue onwards.
Yeah, improvisation that clearly WWE were not happy with because they censored her saying "ow my hole" on the YouTube clip. And I mean, maybe we'll just talk about it briefly now, but it did make me think of that TNA match when she says, "ow, my vagina hurts."
Yes. Yeah. Different hole. I don't know.
She didn't specify which hole it was that hurt. So yeah, it could be.
If I was to say my hole, but again, I am a man. I only have, I've got ears, nostrils, mouth hole. I don't count that as a hole, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
More of a slit. This is a. Hey, Louis here. Louis here, everybody.
I was just about to say that Louis just sat in the waiting room to come and plug Wrestling Daily. We're just like, is a pee hole a hole? Louis, what is this what Wrestling Daily's topic of discussion is tonight?
When my parents tell me I don't have a proper job, I'm not going to show them this last 30 seconds worth of content. But
you show them the whole thing. You're right. You show them the whole thing, not just that last 30 seconds.
It needs context.
So if you said my hole hurts, I would assume you were speaking about your bottom. That's what I'd assume.
Regardless of gender.
Louis, I've got a great question for you. Louis, sorry. How many holes does a straw have? I thought it was going to show us his butthole for a second, then to prove the point.
Well, way to win an argument. On a lad's holiday in my youth, we foolishly thought we'd save money one evening to, spend more on fish bowls on the Magaluf Strip. And our apartment had no oven, but it did have a hob. We bought a bunch of frozen pizzas, not thinking there's no oven.
Yeah.
But what we did is we got 2 frying pans and put them on top of each other to sort of create
Brilliant.
a Dutch oven on top of the hob and
Genius.
put the pizzas inside.
Did it work?
Oh, no.
No.
It was just like a weird, soggy pizza disc.
I'll be honest though, that does sound more appealing than fish bowls on the Magaluf Strip, which, I mean, it sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Hey, every bar has a unique offer for you guys to come in. And it's usually a fish bowl and at least 1 round of jelly shots, vodka jelly shots.
I never did this sort of thing. Like in my teenage years or when I was at university or even after university, go on like a lad's holiday. I've never been on a lad's holiday to a place like that. And like it was only until I saw the In-Betweener movie. And like I think they're in Magaluf on that. And they show like this busy street of bars. And I turned to my wife and I was like, is this what it's like? Is this like, do loads of people do this? And my wife was like, yeah. Quite a lot of people do this sort of thing. And I thought, man, if only I had friends. Like maybe I could have done this sort of thing after I got out of university.
And yeah, we went to Magaluf. But the crushing thing is, there's this strip and there's so much activity in life. And, someone comes up to you, usually a pretty lady from Newcastle, just, hey up, lads, come in. I've got a fish bowl for you. You get all these free shots. And they're desperate to get you in there because there's no one else in there.
Oh, hold the phone. So I thought you meant like a bowl of fish, sort of like a fish stew sort of thing. Is it a drink thing?
No, it's a literal fish bowl. Like when you win a goldfish from the fair in the 50s.
I know what a fish bowl. I know what a fish bowl is.
It's that shape, but filled with a kind of neon blue liquid, loads of ice, and funny straws.
I am so old. Like, I genuinely thought you were like going out for like, bowls of fish stew, and that's what was attracting you and your friends to the Magaluf Strip.
Did you think it was an innuendo?
No, I literally just thought it was like a fish stew. Like there was like a fish broth thing that you were just really into. Like, and that's why you're saying rather than go and get a fish stew, we'll go get frozen pizzas instead.
Wait. You thought for 6 minutes we've been talking about this.
Yes.
That we would go to Magaluf as 20-year-olds and people would ask us to come into their bars for warm fish broth.
Which is why I said it sounds like a recipe for disaster, because it sounds incredibly unhygienic.
Not just one bar. Not that was just the quirk of one bar. Oh, it's the fish broth bar. Every bar on that street. Come in, couple of vodka shots, fish bowl full of fish broth. No, it was some very watered down alcoholic mixer.
Oh, dearie me. One of the things that he did say, because he said, like, have you thought about getting something to replace where the gap is? And I said, not really, because it doesn't hurt at the moment. He said, that's fine. I wouldn't give it any thought for another 6 months to a year yet anyway. But it is something you do want to talk about. And he went through the options with me again of what you can do. And I was like, yeah, I think about it. It's quite expensive. So, I'll certainly give it some thought. He's like, I mean, I certainly would, because I have seen some cases where, because there's now a gap there, the tooth that's below it isn't getting any resistance. Nothing's stopping it anymore. So it could just grow upwards.
What? Teeth don't do that, surely?
Well, that's what I thought. But he was like, yeah, he goes, yeah, no, I've seen it happen.
No, he's having you on.
I thought he was. This is why I was like, this is how you're trying to get me to get a cap, isn't it? Or you're trying to get me to get like an implant or something to stop a tooth growing into a monster tooth.
If you're telling me, that if I walk around with my mouth open for 6 months, my teeth are going to get longer.
To a year.
I don't believe it. No, that's, I mean, it sounds like it could happen, but it also sounds like that particular kind of gallows humor that dentists often have, where you can't tell if they're joking or not.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did he look like he was joking?
Oh, no, he was 100% serious the whole time.
Maybe it's a cool look though. A sort of wrestler would kill for a back fang. They could build a whole gimmick around it.
It's difficult to see though. Like, I mean, people who've watched the video version of this will have noticed that no one has spotted the fact that I've got a missing tooth at the moment because it's so far back in my mouth.
Well, that's the purpose of the Titantron. So when you come out, the Titantron would just be that 3D render of your mouth and your teeth.
With the one big tooth.
Yeah. What would the entrance music be? Just a drill?
Well, that was Isaac Yankum's entrance music.
Yeah,
It was just
of
like that sort of thing. How good that impression was. It was actually pretty
Well,
impressive.
have I told you about my veneers story?
No, I don't think
I
so.
accompanied a family member when they went to get veneers because they were afraid, and I sat in the operating room with them reading comics. And halfway through the procedure, so about an hour in, do you know what they do to fit veneers? It's very similar to what you just described, but to have the fake teeth, the veneers fitted to your actual teeth, they don't shave down the teeth; they file them into jagged points.
Oh,
So you can just slot the teeth in. And the person getting it done sort of sat up and they're a bit woozy from the drugs. And they said, "How do I look?" Kind of oblivious. They smiled at me, a mouth full of bloody, filed down teeth. And I couldn't hide my surprise and horror. Just, "Oh my God, you look fine. Oh God. Oh my God, you look fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's only an hour left." Does it have to be a fake tooth, though, that you're getting there? Couldn't you have maybe a wireless radio?
I mean, that wasn't an option that my dentist presented to me, but I mean, if anyone wants to message, actually, do you know what? We've got a pretty, we've got a wrestling following here. I'm going to ask everyone to send Dr. Britt Baker a message on Twitter, asking if that tooth story is true. Just don't tag us. Don't tag WrestleTalk. Don't tag either one of me and Ollie. Just ask. If everyone asks, I've heard this story about teeth just constantly growing if there's no tooth above it. Is there any truth to that? If all of a sudden she just goes into a Twitter mentions and there's 50 people who've all asked the same question, do you think she'll go I should answer at least one of them, and then we'll know?
But do tag us. Do that. Look, we're bad at this social media game. We could go viral. That's what the companies say, isn't it?
But don't tag us, because then she'll know that it's a wrestling thing. If we're positioning this as I've just got a dentist question.
I think you want to put something useful there. You can turn your mouth into some kind of Swiss Army mouth.
Mm-hmm. Get
a little can opener. That's probably what you were using your teeth for anyway.
Legit, a friend of mine, Splat, at university, used to open up Splat. He used to
rejected
open up
Retribution member.
Yeah, he used to open up beer bottles with his mouth. He's basically just be like, no one's got a bottle opening. He's apparently could just bite it off and hand it back to you.
How did you chip your front tooth? Was I there?
No. This was when I was a kid. I was it was during swimming lessons, in fact, and I had to one of the swimming things to get a badge was to swim down to the bottom of the pool, grab a brick, and then swim back up to the surface.
Not a real brick, but like a sort of float brick.
The float brick things that sink to the bottom.
Not a brick from a house.
No, and then you hold it up and be like, got the brick, or you have to swim to the end or something along those lines. Anywho, I don't know why. I got it into my head that I'd have to have my eyes closed, otherwise the water and the chlorine is going to get into my eyes. So I just dove down to the bottom of the swimming pool with my eyes closed, and I found the bottom of the swimming pool with my mouth. And I just chipped my tooth on the floor of the swimming pool. I was lucky that it's only tiny. It's only a tiny chip.
Ouch. Well, if you're not into that, are you into Braun Strowman?
No, I'm not.
Versus Shane McMahon.
Absolutely not. So I got taken to task by a few people on Twitter last week when I said it should be Shane McMahon versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. People were like, that's the worst thing you could possibly say. This is way worse. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman is so much worse than Shane versus Drew for the title. So much. Can you imagine how terrible that match is going to be? Braun having to sell for Shane McMahon. It's going to be
but they won't.
dreadful, man.
Shane's going to jump off a load of stuff, and there's going to be loads of smokes and mirrors and hardcore spots. But Drew's the champion.
And you want to...
Are you telling me you want Shane McMahon? You've made my eye blink. Are you telling me Shane McMahon going for a top championship against Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania?
In a storyline where he is not like, where they are very clear that he is not deserving of this role, and he's put himself in that as a megalomaniacal decision that he thinks he's the box office draw, and then Drew goes and absolutely destroys him. That's an interesting storyline. Like Shane versus Braun, over Braun being mad that he's not in a chamber match and that's Shane's fault. That's crap, and it'll be a crap match and I don't want to see it. I would much rather Shane and Drew have a match which could be at the very least good and a good storyline. I'd give you 10, 20 matches. I'd rather see Shane McMahon have a WrestleMania before I get to Braun. 30. I could probably even get to 30. Basically, anyone from NXT.
Name
all right.
them.
The Miz, John Morrison, Angel Garza, Andrade, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Randy Orton. I'd probably actually I'm gonna take that one back. I'm taking that one back. I apologize for that one. Finn
This
Balor.
is like a QuizzleMania round. Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. I'd much rather see him have a match with Finn Balor than a match with Braun Strowman. I'd much rather see him have a match with Finn Balor.
What is the chat saying about this?
I think most people are on my side. Like AJ Styles again. 100 absolutely AJ Styles again. Totally agree with that one. Triple H is another one that someone suggested. Much rather see that match. Where do I get to? 15. John Morrison. I can't remember if I already said that one.
You were like 7.
Oh, there you go. Steve Blackman. Bring back Steve Blackman for another match.
That's a great
Edge.
shout, actually.
Edge is another one. Christian. I'd much rather. Big E. The New Day. All three of them.
You're just saying things you can see. Lamp. Shane
my
McMahon
laptop,
versus Lampy.
Ring lights. This cup.
All things Shane McMahon could either use as weapons or jump off of in his match with Braun Strowman.
Hello, Swaff Nation, and a hello to you, Mr. Davis. How the devil are you?
So much better than last week. To catch everyone up, my hob broke. I didn't have a hob. We use the hob for all manners of cooking, mostly my scrambled eggs that I have every day, that I've had for breakfast every day for like 5 years. I was off my routine, but we got new hobs fitted at the weekend. Oh, yes. It's a new hob. Yes, it is.
But crucially, and I'm sure what people are more interested in is, did it arrive before your makeaway arrived?
It did. Yeah, it arrived at a good time. 11:45, so 10:45 a.m. There was a bit of tension when the two Curry's guys were like, one of them said, it's not going in. You ain't even got anything to saw off there, mate. It's just draw. I was like, surely you know a way to make this work. And the other guy said, yes, it will work. Don't worry, this guy's being dramatic. And that made the other guy look pretty grumpy. But they fixed it all and it went in the end. But parallel to this, my friend told me that he was having his first baby.
Oh, amazing news.
So that was really happy. And then he shared it with our sort of larger WhatsApp group of 10 people, our school friends. And I immediately undercut that announcement by saying I got a new hob too. And what happened? That railroaded the brilliant news of the pregnancy with everyone congratulating me on my new hob. And I will share the image with you, Luke, on this audio medium, and you can describe what I sent to everyone. It's a hob.
So what Mr. Davis has just put up on screen is that it is a picture of his brand new hob, and he's got a light box that has a message that says, "It's a hob," as in like it's a baby or it's a boy or it's a girl. And they've even got little like hearts and balloons and some celebratory. Was this your doing, or was this yours and Anna's doing? Like,
this was my doing.
Okay, so
totally
Adam has
me.
no role in this whatsoever.
No, I am incredibly happy with myself. For the whole weekend, I would get my phone out my pocket, look at this picture, and chuckle away to myself. How freaking funny I am.
And I'm assuming it went down well in the text group.
Went down very well. Someone said I just won WhatsApp.
What's going to happen is I'm going to make you guys pick a color D20. I'm going to roll them all, and then based on the order of who gets highest to lowest, that's the order of the picks that we get, and we get to pick who represents us inside the chamber.
It's quite good. It's actually pretty good.
You've still got 5 more than you need.
That is absolutely correct. So I'm going to make you guys pick some colors. Can you guys see this?
Whoa, Pete! Whoa!
Hey.
Can you guys see these? I can't see anything.
We can see your
Can I
smooth.
see
They're
those,
massive.
right?
They're massive, Pete.
Hey. Anyway, pick a color, people.
Look at him. Look at him awkwardly covering his lap.
Modesty hands. Modesty hands.
Just get a cushion.
I'm just going to be back.
Yep.
I'm just going to not be here now.
Only fans
Yeah,
here.
that's a good.
From, oh no, Adam Pearson's reporting our channel. Don't.
Oh.
We literally went from me and my balls on the Rumble predictions to the dice. The dice here.
Sorry,
Nice.
this all
Jeez.
started at Survivor Series with your Peen, don't forget.
No, they brought my peen into it. Don't bring peens into this.
Don't peen that peen. Whatever you do, don't.
I'm just to try and move past this.
peen.
I'm going to pick that ruby red one at the front there, please, Peter. Yes,
Good
that
choice.
one. Thank you. It's
The
mine.
Can I
angry
have
red
the
one,
green?
Pete. Want to
There's
get that
2 green
checked?
ones.
That's there's 2 green ones.
The one with the gold rim next to the purple one at the front. Yeah.
Nice.
I will go for the sort of clear white one closest to your Peen. Yeah, that one.
The Seth Rollins one.
Yeah.
I'm going
and-
to go for the purple one here. Now we can move this back up. Okay, we're good. Don't worry, guys. It's been sorted. Don't worry. I was gonna leave it down so you guys could see the actual rolls, but I'm not gonna do that anymore because you guys ruined it. So it's fine.
So in which case, Pete, we want you to play this very, very fair. So the way that this is going to work is that Pete is going to roll the dice for us. The person who has the highest roll will then get first pick, and then so on and so forth. We get to pick who our representative inside the chamber is. Of course, we can't pick Drew or we can't pick Sheamus. Pete, will you please roll my dice?
Oh, can we actually have the camera on it?
What happens in the
Yeah.
eventuality
I tried
that the Fiend does turn up and win the belt?
It'd be whoever had Orton.
It'll be Randy.
Yeah.
It'll be Randy's pick.
Probably.
I don't think that's true.
Can we actually see the rolls though? Just so people can see it's a shoot.
I hate you, Andy.
Peen Quinnell from Andy Datson. There.
And
so,
by default,
Pete,
that means
put
I
that
get
phone
Jeff
down.
Hardy.
You get Jeff Hardy. Okay.
So,
as to
Chopper,
recap
will you be
there-
painting your face in solidarity for the event?
I mean,
It's been said on a stream now.
Yeah, it's head now.
Comment in
You
live chat. Comment in the
bastards.
chat if you want Chopper to paint his face like Jeff Hardy for the stream.
why?
Hardy.
Okay, why is it that I'm always the one that gets all the gimmicks? I had to dress up as Nikki Bella for Hell in a Cell. I always get music videos, even when I didn't
things
lose.
then.
In fairness, you might have to select Nikki Bella because Mr. Davis lost.
Yeah,
Where does he still painted on his head?
The
Everyone's loving it.
comments.
That'll be
really wanna
funny.
see it.
Hell yeah.
I want to see you with the perfect Jeff Hardy paint job on the back of your head.
Paint Chopper. Yes, Pete. Paint it, Pete. Do it.
And you have to walk onto the stream and do the whole.
yeah, that thing. Perfect. Yeah, no, it sounds flawless.
Can you do my favorite bit of it though? Is when he does the little claps, which is after he's done all of that, he just walks the ring and does like this.
No, it's vertical. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's vertical,
Pretty sure
little
he does
vertical
verticals. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? It's been said now. I guess I'm doing it.
But I believe somebody else has something to say about that somebody else is represented by a certain Jeff Hardy inside the Elimination Chamber. Bring in Chopper Pete, the charismatic enigma. On Pete, get an entrance. Yes, that's
Hell
it.
yeah. I need you guys to do the music for me. Come on.
Oh god.
Thanks to you guys. Nice.
Very,
There you go. Look at
very
them.
briefly. Very
So,
briefly. Can we do
Pete,
a
you were
countdown? There's a countdown.
you were at a children's birthday party earlier today,
Yeah.
and now you're
Yeah. It went really well. I thought it went over really good. Children loved it. So it was a good time.
And how's the mesh shirt?
Itchy. Really is quite itchy. Yeah, no, it's
Honestly, Pete,
it's not great.
I mean, I've got to say, minus the face paint, you do look like me when I went to Reading Festival in 2001. It's all I can think of.
It's not
when I
great.
look at you.
It's not great, mate. Be honest.
Ollie, Daniel Bryan's booking leading into WrestleMania 30.
Edge.
Here comes Edge.
He's chose Roman
There you go.
at
it's Edge
WrestleMania.
Roman.
There it is. It's Edge Roman.
I am willing
He
to bet.
wasn't waiting for the Raw
money.
Chamber.
I am willing to bet good money. This means that he's not picking Roman. Come WrestleMania, if it's Edge and Roman Reigns, and this isn't me saying I know anything, I will be shocked.
Oh, he's gonna pick up the belt, though, Louis.
It's too
No,
early.
he's
It's
not
too
gonna
obvious. It's far too obvious for it to be Edge and Roman now.
Louis, what are you talking about?
It's far too obvious. It's
He's
far
just speared him and then pointed at the
Louis,
sign.
He said he was going to make his choice after the Elimination Chamber things after the dust had settled. He's literally been building to this for ages,
the
and they've got that
fireworks,
physical
Louis.
altercation. He's pointed to the Mania sign, Louis.
He pointed and made fireworks happen, Louis.
There's fireworks, mate.
It's
Louis,
not-
they've announced it on Wikipedia, Louis. I'm reading about it now, Louis.
I am willing to bet good money. This
All right,
doesn't-
how much money would you like to bet, Louis?
Okay. If-
Bitcoin. One
Oh, he's
Bitcoin.
backing down now, isn't he?
How much is one Bitcoin?
Good. I'm going to bet you £1,000. I'll take that bet. Not £1,000. I'll bet you.
Okay, I will buy when we all get back into the pub. I will buy everyone a round.
A whole round.
A whole round.
I'm with Louis. This is super vague. I don't know what Edge's intentions are here.
No. It's too obvious.
Now they're replaying it. I just
Replaying it. Yeah,
He's
I
cashed
just don't know what he means. What did he mean by the
Who can
two?
possibly say he was going to pick?
It's far too obvious.
The fireworks are in
you know
slow
what?
motion. What do you think?
I think
that
later
means?
in the show he'll come out and he'll challenge Drew, and he'll say that John Morrison challenged Roman on his behalf earlier in the show, so it doesn't count.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
I am willing to bet not good money. I'm willing to bet money.
See,
I tell you
the
what,
thing is, though,
on the WrestleMania live reaction stream,
so to back Louis' point here, okay, sure, he speared Roman Reigns. Roman speared him on SmackDown. Edge speared him here, pointed at the WrestleMania sign. Yes, there was fireworks. But do you remember he went on NXT and cut a promo with Finn Balor? So it could be anyone at this point.
I'm telling you, Pete. It's not happening.
McCarthy better rip you a new one in tomorrow's race.
I hope he does.
The fact I love that they played the pyro, as you said. Bet good money.
Do you know what?
So,
Guys.
They played the pyro.
Jakar's got it right here. He was pointing at the sword. He obviously means Drew.
No, he's pointing the way to Full Sail or the Capital Wrestling Center. Direct. I'm telling you, it's so.
Finn Balor, yeah.
It's so
Of course.
obvious.
Of course.
It's too obvious, too early that it's not happening.
How is it too early?
Okay, I'm taking you out now. This is getting ridiculous.
Rich has just said in the private chat, if Louis is right, he's going to play this clip before every show that we do.
I hope he does. Also, you put that comment there from Squidge. Louis did think that Ambrose to go to WWE was a work, just for the record.
There's 2 minutes left. There's not 2 minutes left, but there's like You imagine it's going to be a 1/2 finish.
It's got to be Miz.
Oh.
Looking at the ramp.
He's looking at the back.
Looking at the ramp.
no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
No.
He's pissed.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no, gang.
Oh,
It's all right. It's okay because Lashley's leaving. Drew can still win if it's just Miz.
This stupid. Flipping.
Come on, McIntyre.
Where are you,
come on.
Laurie?
Come on, Drew.
Where are you, Laurie?
Drew. Come on, Drew.
Oh
No.
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I almost feel
Guys.
dirty retaining the championship on that. I almost feel filthy.
I hate this company so much.
Goodness
I
me.
hate this company so much.
What a
I
bunch
wish, do
of
you know what? It's got to the point now.
fucking
I wish
idiots.
I wish Louis was right.
Do you remember when they didn't have it? They didn't have any idea of what he could do with it. Do you remember?
Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's
you
just-
guys have to review Raw. Oh, it sucks to be you.
Do you know what?
boy.
What's amazing about that is that it came after a brilliant use of Bobby Lashley, like exactly the thing you should do with Bobby Lashley to make Bobby Lashley in the main event scene, and then they just used it for Miz.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe that this stupid company would waste. What are they doing?
Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Do you know what? I love watching telly that hates me back. I love watching
Right?
telly that hates me.
I have just messaged
Oh.
Alex McCarthy saying,
Mhm.
I'm not doing the show tomorrow. Find another co-host.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
god.
The Miz is the WWE Champion in 2021.
Okay, everyone else has had their swear so far.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
David, this was your booking all along, is that Drew now wins it back at Fastlane on the first pay-per-view of the Peacock era.
Right? That's what it is. Or he's going to win it back at Mania in front of a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And talking of nothing happening, Luke, Randy Orton vomited black liquid next.
This is what I mean. Like, this feud is doing the same thing week after week after week. This feud has gone nowhere since he set him on fire.
Luke, he hasn't previously vomited black liquid.
Yeah,
That
but
was
like-
Alexa Bliss who did that.
Cool. So oh man, this feud is going nowhere fast. It's the same crap every single week, just with a different variation of the same shade of shite. And I don't like it. I can't get on. It's like, oh great, now he's coughing up blood. Do you know what? Oh, Black Bomb. Next week he'll do something else. They don't know how to do this story long term, but they feel like they have to get it to WrestleMania. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, we've got another 6-8 weeks of this, and they haven't got enough to fill the one, let alone 6.
So Randy cut a promo backstage in that ring area they have, and he said he keeps on getting distracted. He got distracted at the gauntlet match last week, lost at the Chamber because he was distracted. He wasn't focused enough when Kofi rolled him up. Would have liked to have seen some follow-up on that. That's unfortunate. And he realized he's not distracted by the Fiend. He killed the Fiend. He's distracted by Bliss. Now, he did when he was saying this, he did I thought, oh, that's weird. But it was actually quite good foreshadowing, because then he vomited black liquid over himself and walked off shot. But the best thing of all of this, as it always is with these stupid supernatural segments, is when they cut to the commentary team.
And they've got to act, and then Tom Phillips has got to go, oh man, well, we've got to try and refocus on the action in the ring.
Refocus was that. So I wrote, I'm going to do this from now on, if I remember. I'm going to write down the announcer lines to transition from that. A man being poisoned at best, supernaturally cursed at worst. How they transition from that into the next segment. So Byron Saxton said, what was that? And Tom Phillips said, let's refocus now on Lacey Evans' pregnancy.
Speaking of wrestling, you guys told me about this. You basically just like almost like we had a meeting, and at the end of it, we're like, we've got an announcement that we want to make, and the announcement was we're doing a podcast together. But like, you didn't tell me what it was about, other than it's about Harry Potter. Like, what's the format of the show?
We open with just like a topic, so it could be. We've got a new series. We've got a series which is blank a dick? So we did is Snape a dick? We've done is Dumbledore a dick?
Yes. Yes.
We've done like top three blah blah moments. We actually, in our first episode, we got sorted into our houses, and we both got sorted into houses that we weren't expecting.
Different houses. So I'm a Hufflepuff now, whereas I've always thought I've been a Gryffindor.
Oof.
And I'm now a Ravenclaw, but I always thought I was a Slytherin.
You're a Ravenclaw.
Andy, didn't you buy like Slytherin clothes as well?
Yeah. And then we finished with we've been doing like mini trivias at the end, and I've been absolutely spanking Abby on the quizzes.
Never say that again.
No,
never say that
Luke,
again.
Luke, can you just rewind about an hour and a half to
when I called her mummy?
Embarrassing stories. This podcast, and
Luke.
I can't wait for my other half to listen to this.
Luke, can you edit?
24th of February.
Andy, you know these episodes don't get edited, mate. Like, it's too much. I don't even add music to it anymore. I literally
that's WrestleTalk canon. I spank Abby every Wednesday.
No, you said it again, mate. See, you could have just not. You could have not said that, but you did.
Oh, he's going so red, bless him, and I can see him now trying to work out how to get out of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
He's as red as Pete's
I'll dig my way out.
Yeah,
I'll
dig my way
Stop
out.
talking.
I've enjoyed the podcast a lot, so we're recording it after this.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, cool.
Not to interrupt or anything, but I have just been giving some breaking wrestling news from Mr. Louis Dangle, which is now going to be the lead for Wrestling Daily tonight. Big Show signed with AEW.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
What?
No.
AEW just put out a tweet. Welcome to the team at Paul White. Paul White is all elite. He's there.
What?
He's there.
Ooh.
Why?
What?
Yeah.
Could they not get Shaq? Is Shaq not Shaq not doing the match anymore?
Hold on.
What if it's Shaq against Big Show?
White joins commentary. He's going to be doing commentary for new YouTube extension AEW Dark Elevation. That's what he's going to be doing.
So?
Yeah, I know. Still nuts.
That's crazy. Right? I didn't even know he'd left WWE. He was with.
Yeah,
he
not
there that long ago.
I thought he was on a Legends contract still.
Yeah.
Maybe they brought him to have that match with Shaq that he was supposed to have.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, he can sign for commentary all he likes. He'll probably have a match at some point. He's Big Show.
Of course he will.
Yeah.
What? WrestleMania main eventer.
Yeah. But actually, though, he is.
He is. He's, twice. WrestleMania 2000 and last year's WrestleMania.
And WrestleMania, WrestleMania 36.
Crikey. Well, there's something I did not expect. Like, if you'd have had that in the WrestleTalk predictions for 2021, that felt like a real outside pick.
I mean, I literally just got a message from Luke because I sent him the thumbnail I made earlier, and he was like, "Okay, can we change the thumbnail?" I was like, "Why? What's up?" And he just goes, "Big Show signed with AEW." I was like, "Are you sure? Really?"
That's mad.
Wow.
Before we get into the main review, though, I just want to give a bit of a plug out to Patreon. We haven't got any Patreon shout-outs, but please do head over there because WrestleTalk After Dark is available now for our $10 and up backers. Also, the poll is open for Andy Datson's Wrestle League punishment video. And it's exciting times because it's there's 2 days left of this poll. William Regal's Real Man's Man is at 40% of the vote. but 1% behind it, 39%, is Carmella's Fabulous. So it really is coming down to, do you want to see Andy Datson do Carmella's Fabulous or William Regal's Real Man's Man? I mean, I know which way I'm swinging on this.
Well, I was talking to Andy about this earlier, and he said that he was trying to think of what he'd do if Regal's music won. So he wrote a list of the things he thought were manly. You know, that would be what he does in the video. And he sent me a picture of the list. And he, as he read it out to me, it was like, what's that say at the top? Men? bricks, hammers, power tools, lumberjacks, cars, beards. And then he said, leather? I was like, denim? And I said, what? Leather? You think leather's manly? What are you going to have next? Moustaches?
I mean, moustaches are fairly manly. Like, that is like Tom Selleck is the manliest of men, and that is because he has a great mustache. Look at all the men from the 80s, like of WWF. Rick Rude, that's a mustache, mate.
The darts, meat, flannel, whiskey, cigars, beans, black pudding, and the patriarchy.
Some of those are absolutely banging.
Meat and leather are the two that get me. The Andy's there like, how can I be more manly?
How can I be more manly?
I'll get
leather.
I'll get a lot of leather and denim on. Maybe an Indian headdress, a policeman's outfit, a nightstick.
A hard hat will actually work with the William Regal shtick.
Yeah, lights cut out, obviously. And a black and white film plays of Darby in the body bag being dragged by a car still. It stops. He gets out. He sits out with the TNT title and he smiles. That was weird. That was unsettling.
People mentioned this, like, you know, when they did the angle where they drove him in the body bag behind a car. People were like, I mean, he used to do that in his student films that he was in on time. I think he enjoys that sort of thing. So the conclusion of it was, you thought you were punishing me, but I actually had a lot of fun doing it.
There he was, pleasuring himself in that body bag.
God, this is
it's a messy body bag.
To me. Oh! That's so hard to do, but that makes it even better.
Oh.